Alright everyone, welcome to Deep Dives with Dogs. Well, today is June 19th, so it's Juneteenth, and so we're going to talk about that. So, typically I do this outside, but I didn't think I was going to be able to record a longer video today, so I didn't, but things have changed. So what is Juneteenth? Well, Juneteenth is a now national holiday in the United States. It became a national holiday in 2021. It is in celebration of the final slaves to be freed in Texas, specifically, I think Galveston, or Galveston, or I believe that's how it's pronounced. Any Texans in the comments, let me know. But and it was in response to the Emancipation Proclamation, which said, hey, all slaves in Confederate territories would be freed by the end of the war. So it didn't actually free any of the slaves anywhere else in the nation that wasn't a Confederate state. So places that stayed with the Union that had slaves technically did. So yeah, but this is specifically for Texas originally. In 1866, this starts getting celebrated as a holiday by Black Texans. As Black Texans move out of the state, they spread the holiday with them, leading to um, it being spread and celebrated more nationwide, eventually to the point of 2021, where it will be celebrated as a national holiday. Um, it's very, obviously, I'm sure the people of Galveston felt very happy to finally be freed. Of course, I mean, slavery was pretty abhorrent, and you're in parts of Texas where it ain't a fun place just to be normally in terms of the heat and just the overall wildlife and place of Texas. Texas is a very beautiful state, but it's definitely not necessarily the most fun to live in sometimes. Let's just go with that, nature-wise. Um, temperate-wise, you could say. But yeah, it's very great that those people were able to celebrate in that way. Texas is one of those interesting um, former slave states in the sense that the identity of Texas really allowed something like this to be given birth. Texas is a very, you know, it's like the star of the West and all that, little cowboys and things like that. Texas is seen as that being very linked to that, even if they didn't necessarily have cowboys the longest, or even maybe even start the cowboy thing, but they're very much seen as that, and cowboys and stuff like that is very much seen as like the free people and stuff like that. So it's very interesting to see that, like, hey, free slaves have this holiday specifically from Texas where they can feel more happy with themselves and probably their lives. Now, it makes a lot of sense that they would move out of Texas as well. Just with time, migration, things like that happen. But I'm sure they would be happy to know their ancestors, or not their ancestors, but their progeny would lead to um, where we are today in many ways. Maybe some things they would change, maybe some things they wouldn't, but I'm sure they would be happy to know that the freedom that they got is still celebrated today. That's going to do it for this video. If you guys liked the video, leave a like. If anyone can improve these videos, leave a comment down below. I always appreciate your feedback. And as always, subscribe. It really does help out the channel. Thank you.